Hello everybody and welcome to my video, Getting Tidier. So it's actually been nearly a year, I think almost to the day that I first started doing these videos to try and get tidier. I definitely have improved, but I think what kind of the whole plan and situation has shown me is that it's just a constant battle. And that I used to often just sort of save tidying up to avoid it, and then you end up with loads and loads to do. And I try to do more as I go along. That being said, you can see that the kitchen, there's an awful lot to be done. So we've been really busy the last few days. This was actually yesterday when I did quite a lot in the kitchen and in the house. And you can see the whole of the left-hand side, that's where we prepare the food, etc, etc. And there's no space to do anything. So I just needed to sort out everything. There's some food that needs to go into the food bin. Recycling, a lot of that is actually recycling. That all needs to be put into the recycling bin. You can see it's a beautiful day. Well, yesterday it was. It's quite cold, but really, really sunny. So the first part of the video is bright and then it goes a bit darker. But actually what's interesting is how very, very easily the side gets covered again. So like I did so much work yesterday, then when my husband came home from work, there were the things on the side from dinner, and then it all looks untidy again, which is what I mean about that just being something that you've got to constantly keep on top of. So yesterday I was working, but in between I decided to do some of my videos and just try and sort things out. The other thing just to say is we started a fast on Monday. So what are we, Wednesday? So a couple of days ago. So that means that there's only certain things that we can eat and we can only drink water. So yesterday I woke up feeling really not myself at all, and I realised I just hadn't had enough for dinner the night before. So I've got to be careful to make sure I'm still obviously getting all the things that I need whilst following the diet, which is very strict, and it's for 21 days, which previously I've done like Lent, where you give up things for 40 days and 40 nights. So I've given up like sweets, chocolate cakes, biscuits, etc, etc. But for this it's much more than that, so I might talk about that in another video. We'll see. I don't want to bore you all. Yeah, so I do lots of tidying up in the kitchen. I'll do more tidying up after lunch, more tidying up before dinner, and then you'll see me do some things at the same time, really. So I'm cooking at the same time. I'm also got the washing machine going, so I'll put all the washing out to dry. I'm trying not to put my heating on too much, and my dryer is really not great. So I'm kind of, you know, where the radiators are on because it's cold, I'm trying to get things dry, not putting the radiators on, especially to heat clothes, which is what I have done in the past. I'm also trying to dry things in front of the fire, so when the fire's on, making sure that I've got washing that I can dry then. And then you'll also see that I'm tidying up the hall a little bit later. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching. I know some of you who have watched my videos right from when I first started. I very much appreciate your comments and support. Yeah, enjoy the video. I am sorry this video is a little bit dark. It's a bit frustrating because obviously when I get closer to the camera, that lightens up and then goes darker again. It's not ideal, I'm sorry about that. But in this video you can see on the left how the side slowly gets more and more clear, and there's some things you'll just watch up just pour away. So because because it's just 21 days with the restrictions, there's like a tiny little bit of lemonade, so I just pour that down the sink and put it in recycling. And sadly, incredibly, there's also a bit of red wine. I just thought by the end of 21 days that's going to probably taste like vinegar and nobody's going to want a tiny little amount in a bottle. I've added more plates there because they're the plates that were left in the room from last night. So it's also making sure that we just, everything, I think other people who have really, really tidy homes, I think it's just because they do everything as they go along. And I also think they're probably trained from birth. Well, maybe not. But I think they end up, they have to do chores from quite a young age. And I didn't. I got married, went on honeymoon, came back, moved into our first house, and neither of us really had any clue. So I think I could cook one meal. I didn't know how a washing machine worked. I'd never ironed. I had absolutely no idea. And although that was, great not to have to do chores at home, I am trying to encourage my daughter because I just think it makes me unhappy having an untidy house. So I don't think it's good for your mental health when your house is untidy. I don't think generally it's good. I think it's better for you in lots of different ways to have a tidy home. So she doesn't do much, but it's just trying to encourage her to do little bits and pieces, and her obviously seeing me trying to constantly tidy up and keep on top of things. So yeah, so this part of the video you'll see on the left hand side I almost get that completely clear. There's still lots of washing up that I need to do because there's a few days that I haven't washed up, but there's a couple of bottles, things that just can easily be put away in the pantry. I've got lunch boxes and pots and different things that have been washed up, wiped up and just need to be put away, and also some baked beans and tins of tuna and different things that just need to be put in the cupboard. So you can see how much clearer it all is, so much better. But on the right hand side obviously I've still got quite a lot there to wash up. I'm taking all the washing out of the machine in order to put on the radiators and put on the airer to dry, which is a good job done. So it just feels like I'm managing to get quite a lot done in quite a small space of time, because if you think this is times 5, so if you look at how long the video is, and then times up by 5, you'll see how many minutes it's taken me. Actually, I've done quite a lot, quite a short period of time. Always amazes me how much I go backwards and forwards. You don't realise you're doing that when you're actually doing it. It's funny. The little green bags on the side, they're the food bags. I don't know whether you have those where you live. They're for food waste, so they get collected every week as part of one of the things that the council does for us. Also, the big glass sort of board on my work surface, that needed to be picked up and cleaned up all under, and I'm going to have a break from using that. I'm going to use one of my smaller boards because sometimes you get water stuck under it and then it doesn't go, it's not very nice. So I'm just going to use a smaller board from now on. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Any tips, any ideas in order to help me further, always welcome. See you in the next video. Thanks, bye.